The Ohio State Bar Association is involved in legislation and government affairs in several different ways, and it's involved in legislation in 4 ways. First, the Ohio State Bar Association initiates legislation. Proposals are derived from some of the 50 OSBA committees and sections, and once proposals are official, they are submitted to the OSBA Council of Delegates, which is sort of our General Assembly. Once approved by the General Assembly, they become part of the OSBA legislation program. The government affairs staff then puts them together and introduces them in the Ohio General Assembly. There we try to find a sponsor. We usually hope to have a sponsor, both a Republican and a Democrat sponsor for each of our bills, and we seek to have the bill introduced. Once the bill is introduced, it is assigned to a committee of the House or Senate. A House bill would be assigned often to the House Judiciary and Ethics Committee, and once it's assigned, the chairman will call it for a hearing. There are usually 3 hearings on a bill. First, the sponsor testimony. Second, the proponent testimony, and third, the opponent testimony, if any, and we hope there is not. But after 3 hearings, then the committee has the option of moving the bill, recommending the bill for passage by the full House. Then the bill goes to the full House floor and is voted on, and then it's transmitted to the second House, in this case the Senate. The same process is repeated there. If there are any amendments in the second House, the bill may have to go back to the first House for concurrence, and if not, the bill is submitted to the governor for his signature. The second way that OSBA is involved in legislation is review of legislation from other sources. Every bill that's introduced in the General Assembly is reviewed by the government affairs staff and sent then, if it's something of interest, it's sent to the various committees and sections for review. Their analysis and recommendation is then submitted to the Board of Governors Government Affairs Committee, and they make recommendations to the full Board of Governors, and if approved by the Board of Governors, it becomes the official position of the Ohio State Bar Association on a particular bill. The bar is also involved in providing expertise to the executive branch, the judiciary, and the General Assembly. The breadth and depth of the expertise of the Bar Association is unparalleled, and the bar has expertise on almost any subject you can imagine, and in fact probably has experts on both sides, plaintiff and defense, of every issue you can imagine. And finally, the OSBA helps to facilitate discussions and agreements among other parties sometimes, and even on issues in which the bar doesn't have a particular interest, because the Ohio State Bar Association is in a unique position to bring people together to resolve complicated or contentious issues. The Ohio State Bar Association has approximately 12 OSBA bills in the 129th General Assembly. These are combinations largely of proposals that have emanated from OSBA committees and sections and have been approved by the Council of Delegates. The proposals may be bundled where there are 2 or 3 corporation law proposals in a single bill, or 2 or 3 probate bills in a single bill. We currently have 2 corporation bills that are designed to make Ohio a better place to do business. One deals strictly with corporation law, and the other deals with nonprofit law. We also have an omnibus probate bill that has 6 different proposals from our estate planning, trust, and probate law section. We also have 2 bills to update the Uniform Commercial Code, one dealing with Articles 1 and 7, and the other newly introduced dealing with Article 9. We also have several family law proposals, one to enact the Ohio Collaborative Family Law Act, another dealing with spousal support. We have an insurance bill that would, for the first time in 40 years, raise the minimum levels of insurance that drivers are required to carry for financial responsibility. We also have a bill dealing with mortgage satisfaction, a bill dealing with animals at large, and a bill to clarify the law on rock and roll bands.